Peace, people. Um, R.Kelly case, day 17. Today on the stand, it was a person named Cheryl Mack. Cheryl Mack says she was a colleague of R.Kelly, but at some point she worked for him. But she was identified as a colleague, and she was also subpoenaed to court. She didn't come willingly. Okay. Cheryl Mack at some point was threatened by R. Kelly about backing him in a lawsuit from one of her artists. This woman was a manager for artists, and she had an artist that had a problem with R. Kelly, and the artist sued R. Kelly, or was going to sue R. Kelly. So, she had her bad experience with him too. But, during that point, he threatened her and told her, you know what, you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. Either your client or me. And then told her that, people come up missing. And she said that she felt threatened by that. She said she felt that was a threat. Okay? She said she met R. Kelly in 2005 in Miami at a MTV Music Awards. Okay? She said that she was at a restaurant when somebody walked up to her and told her that she looked very important. I guess who was she or whatever. And she told him that she was a talent manager or whatever, and she was eating with one of her clients. So this person took her to the back of the restaurant and introduced her to R. Kelly. R. Kelly had the young lady who was a client sing for her, and he liked the way she sang for her. He asked her to sing another song. So she sang 2 songs for him. R. Kelly told her, Cheryl, who was the manager, that he was interested in the young lady singing for him. Okay? But R. Kelly gave her the number and told her, just keep calling till I answer. Like, one day I'm going to answer. Just keep calling me, I'm going to answer. Well, eventually he did answer. Okay? She contacted him, and her and her client went to Chicago to his Olympia Fields property. Okay? Her client did sing on R. Kelly's album. Okay? R. Kelly did do what he's supposed to do. She sang on the album, and it wasn't nothing, no bullshit with that. That was on Up and Up. So, what R. Kelly told the woman Cheryl, told her did she have any more talent? So she said, yeah, she had other talent. So she brought another girl to R. Kelly. Okay? The girl was 17 years old. Okay, her name was Precious. And she began to work with her. The girl and her mother flew to Chicago and met with R. Kelly. She went back, and then she came back again. She said that she was an R&B singer. She met R. Kelly in 2009. Okay. Kelly, he agreed to let her use one of his studios, I guess, to record or whatever. She said that one of R. Kelly's associates paid for the trip. See, here we go again with this. Associates paying for trips. But, when you're a person in R. Kelly's status, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. How many people on that level would be booking flights and making arrangements for somebody? This is where the racketeering thing gets kind of funny. That's why you have assistants. Assistants usually do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Set up flights, set up cars, put hotels, make your itinerary. That's what assistants normally do. So, but the assistant, she said, paid and arranged for the trip or whatever. Okay, that was the first time. Then she came back to Chicago. Again, she stayed in a hotel near R. Kelly's house. Okay, the prosecutor asked her what happened between Precious and R. Kelly. You know, was it an abrupt ending between their professional relationship? And she said, yeah, it was very abrupt. She said that R. Kelly called her and told her to come to Chicago immediately. It was very important. She said when she got to Chicago, R. Kelly told her that there was a problem with a lawsuit, and the lawsuit was being pressed by the young lady Precious. R. Kelly told her at that point, you got to pick a side. Who you rolling with, me or her? Okay. The prosecutor asked her, did she ask what happened between her and Kelly, whether it was a split? And she said, yeah, it was a split, but she never went into whatever at that point. Okay. The girl said everything happened so fast before she knew it. You know, before she knew it, R. Kelly was pressing her about signing some papers. Okay, she said that Kelly told her that Precious was trying to file a lawsuit and she needed to pick a team, and she learned later it was a lawsuit about sexual harassment. You know, along the lines of a sexual harassment. Kelly told her that this is at the point where Kelly told her to pick a side because people come up missing. And she said that she felt threatened by that, which is a threat. Somebody tell you people come up missing and it's a problem. How would you feel? You feel threatened. Okay? R. Kelly's former studio manager, Tom Arnold, who was mentioned earlier, who testified in the case as well, directed her to a car, put her in the car, drove her to R. Kelly's lawyers. R. Kelly lawyers had some papers drawn up, and she said that R. Kelly lawyer put the papers in front of her, and she said the only thing she could remember from the papers, it was a question about did she ever see R. Kelly give her alcohol, or did he ever see R. Kelly do anything sexually inappropriate with her? And she said no. She said she signed the affidavit, you know, and she said after that, you know, her and R. Kelly pretty much separated. They drove her back to the airport. She took off, and she said that was it. She said she had nothing to do with R. Kelly after that until 2013. So 2013, she was working for another talent agency, and they were dealing with R. Kelly. And when she met up with R. Kelly told her he wanted to hire her to be his executive assistant, which is a job she took. She took that job. She said that her job was to make sure, coordinate all R. Kelly's traveling and things like that, including his girlfriends. So she had to arrange for his traveling, his coordination of that, or whatever. And he did it for the girlfriends also. Okay? And she said what happened between her and R. Kelly, things went bad because R. Kelly was in the studio, and one of the young ladies that he was dealing with wanted that attention from R. Kelly, you know, gave her the eye like, get lost. She said she understood her clue. She left. And she said at that point the girl had her head like damn near R. Kelly's lap. Okay? She said that the next day they was at a restaurant, at McDonald's. She said she was at McDonald's with R. Kelly and his entourage. And R. Kelly started berating her about, you know, spoiling. I guess they was having a surprise party for his stylist. And she must have said something or talked too much about it or whatever. And R. Kelly got a wind of it and started berating her, cursing her out in front of all his entourage. and everything, and told her she need to apologize to his guests. And she said she wasn't apologizing. She said she quit on the spot. She said that was it. She quit on the spot. So, you know, basically, when she was somebody who didn't want to participate. She had to be subpoenaed. Okay, they said she was very uncomfortable. They said there was times where she had to stop during the while she's explaining what's going on and pull herself together. You know, they said she became emotional on the stand. So, you know, it's the same thing in a way. You know, R. Kelly used her to lure in somebody else, and I guess that girl wasn't having it. The girl Precious was not having it, and she got away from it and filed a lawsuit. You know, and she didn't. And this girl gets caught up in the middle of it because she brought Precious to him, so she had some connection to that girl. But at the same time, you know, she had connections to R. Kelly. You know, so that's day 17. That's day 17. I think the prosecution is about to, in their part of it, and the defense is going to say what they got to say, and then we'll see how much the story change. You know it's going to change. It's not going to be the same story. So I'm prepared for that. And, you know, everybody, you guys have a good night. Please like, subscribe, and share to my videos. I really would appreciate it. Hey, peace.